Next lesson is on how Cortes and the Spanish actually won, how they triumphed. So here's the 5 questions based on the previous lesson. Read the questions, answer them. If you don't know the answer, look at the previous lesson or your work. Okay. Here's today's keywords: Moctezuma, Aztec king, skulls, gore, blood and flesh, Scotch prisoner, kidnap, rebellion, trap, ambush, escape, return, smallpox, a disease, which played a big part in this. So, Cortes, his little army, and his Tlaxcalan allies reached the Aztec capital of Tenochtitlan. At first, there's no drama. Moctezuma invites Cortes into Tenochtitlan. He's not threatened by him. He's the king of the Aztec Empire. He's got hundreds of thousands of soldiers. At this point, he's not particularly worried. So he brings him in. He shows Cortes the city. He shows him the human sacrifice, the gore, which is discussed in Spanish, the zampocles, the skulls, everything. But he also makes it very clear to Cortes that they've got a lot of gold. A lot of gold. So Cortes thinks, right, we've definitely come to the right place. What am I going to? We're trapped in Tenochtitlan. We are outnumbered massively. What should we do? I know. We'll kidnap Moctezuma. We'll kidnap him, make him a prisoner, take him to the palace, and make him rule for us. We'll make him our puppet. So he kidnapped Moctezuma, made him a prisoner in his palace. Because he thought he could use Moctezuma as a puppet ruler. Through him, ordered Moctezuma to bring all the gold to the palace for the Spanish to steal, order the Aztec warriors not to fight, because he's their sort of god king. Did it work? Well, no. The Aztecs, after a while, didn't fall for it. They surround the palace and start to attack the Spanish. Moctezuma's killed. Cortes says he's killed by Aztecs, angry with him. In reality, it's almost certainly that Cortes killed him. And it gets, it's a long story, but it gets from bad to worse for the Spanish. They're trapped under repeated attack by Aztec forces, and they have to escape. They escape across the causeways. They wait for a night when it's a stormy night, lots of rain. And if you remember, Tenochtitlan is surrounded by causeways, and they try and escape. But they are rumbled. They do manage to escape, but hundreds of them are killed. Most of the men who refused to leave the gold behind, so they weighed down. Cortes and most of his most important men, his best soldiers, Sandoval, people like that, do manage to escape. And the Aztecs think they've won. They've got rid of the Spanish invaders. But of course, Cortes is not having it. He has lost. He heads back to the coast. He gets some more Spanish soldiers, maybe 1,000 or so this time. Gets more Tlaxcalan and other people called the Tabascans allies, and comes back. And this time, he's not come to talk. This time, he's come to fight. He conquers the Aztecs. He surrounds the lake, cuts the causeways. Through an amazing feat of engineering, he builds European-style warships, has them transported like flat pack IKEA style, and uses them on the lake. And they've got cannons on them until the Aztecs have got no answer to this. So the lake is controlled now by the Spanish. The Spanish then fight their way up the causeways into the city, blast their way through Aztec warriors with their cannon, the falconets. But the most important thing, which we haven't at all mentioned yet, so why was Cortes able to come back and conquer the Aztecs? 3 answers: technology, cannon, steel, guns, gunpowder, horses. Allies, Tlachcans, Tabascans. But the most important thing is disease. The Spanish have brought with them from Europe a disease called smallpox that they have some natural defenses to because we're used to it. The Aztecs, and in fact everybody in the area, has no natural defenses against smallpox at this point. So the population is ravaged by it, especially if they're trapped in a city. They're all coming down with the disease. So this is the main reason why many people think why the Spanish were able to conquer the Aztecs, because of accidental biological warfare. They essentially so weakened the Aztecs through smallpox that they couldn't really fight back.